Good morning. I am Dr. Venu, Principal Vivekananda Public School, Piravan, in Ernakulam District, Kerala State. Today, my subject is compassion, a feeling of sympathy or pity for others, especially one that makes you want to help. But being compassionate is often understood as having a feeling that motivates you to help them. If someone shows kindness, caring, and a willingness to help others, they're showing compassion. This is a word for a very positive emotion that has to do with being. Throughout, when you have a compassion, you are putting yourself in someone else's shoes and really feeling for them. Having sympathy and want to help that person or people who are going through a difficult time is key to develop. In fact, compassion to make a daily practice, meditate upon it in the morning, especially. Think you about when you interact with others and reflect on it. This way, it becomes a part of your life. You don't experience empathy from others. You can feel isolated and confused. If you don't experience empathy for others, you can feel frustrated and come across as uncaring. Compassion is to recognize the suffering of others and then take action to help. Compassion embodies the tangible expression of love for those who are suffering. There's a fear, even if being too compassionate, one who acts with true compassion never needs to fear about being too compassionate. Compassion requires both understanding and courage. Acting without these qualities may look to some as being too compassionate, but in fact, such actions are not compassion at all. Elements that apply to the self or others are recognizing the suffering, understanding the universities of suffering in human experience, feeling for the person suffering and emotionally connecting with their distress, tolerating any uncomfortable feeling aroused. So, the classical teaching of Buddhist tradition, compassion is defined as the heart that trembles in the face of suffering. At times, compassion is translated as the heart that can tremble in the face of suffering. It is aspect to as the noblest quality of human heart, the motivation underlying all meditative paths of healing and liberation. Compassion is a response to suffering. The inevitable adversity of all human beings will meet in their lives, whether it is the pain embodied in the fabric or aging, sickness and death, or the psychological and emotional afflictions that debilitate the mind. Compassion is the acknowledgement that not all pain can be fixed or solved, but all suffering is made more approachable in the landscape of compassion. Thank you.